Let's do this. Sometimes people will ask me, Christian, why aren't you learning a more useful language such as like Spanish instead of Cantonese? You know, a lot more people speak Spanish, so that would make more sense. For me to learn a language, I really need to have a strong reason and desire to as why I'm learning this language. And I just haven't had that with Spanish. But now I do. And this was not something I have been planning at all. It just started with my wife saying a couple of days ago, how would you feel about working under a palm tree instead? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. We both have jobs that we can take with us wherever we travel, so it'd be awesome to just get away for a little bit. So we just started playing with the idea, and the opportunity arose for us to be able to go to Spain. And for me, whenever I've traveled to a new country, I want to at least know a little bit of the language. And it's been quite a while since I've been to a country where I don't actually know the language. And I do have some history with Spanish. I actually have failed to learn it in the past, so this might be my comeback. So yeah, I am starting to learn Spanish as of today. And like I had no plans on doing this. I am very much committed to my Finnish and my Cantonese and was not planning on adding a third language into the mix, but I just have to be able to talk to the locals. There's just one problem. We're leaving like very soon. Like we're talking 1, maybe 2 weeks. So I don't know how much Spanish I'm gonna be able to learn in that short amount of time. So this is definitely gonna be an experiment, something I haven't done before, and I'm gonna let you guys in on my journey and update you, and that you can follow me as I am learning a brand new language. Actually, not brand new. I have a little bit of a history with Spanish. So back in high school, I heard that there was a Spanish course and I wanted to take it, but somehow the schedule just didn't work out. I just wasn't able to do it. So that's strike one. And around 5-6 years ago, I was staying in the US for about 5-6 weeks, and I was staying with a bunch of people that spoke Spanish, and there was always people over that spoke Spanish and they would speak to each other in Spanish. And I was like, I want to learn this. I want to be able to speak this language and communicate with them, but I didn't know how. And then one of my roommates said, oh, you should check out Duolingo. It's a free app. You can learn a language with it. I'm like, great, awesome. So I just started using Duolingo every single day. And also, just asking people questions, how do you say this? How do you say that? And just try to use it a little bit. So I used Duolingo every single day for like 15 minutes a day. And I think I used it about close to a year, but yet I wasn't able to speak or understand Spanish. It's just not enough to be able to learn a language, to be able to talk to people. I actually failed learning Spanish. So that's strike 2. Now knowing what I know now, having learned Cantonese and Finnish, I'm a lot more confident. I know how to do it now and I know what not to do. So I'm gonna apply that knowledge into Spanish and just see how far I can take it in 1 or 2 couple of weeks. I mean, we're probably gonna stay there for at least a few weeks. So I will have time during the time we're in Spain to also, improve it. So I'm just gonna try and mine as much as possible of useful stuff. I'm gonna be focusing on, I actually haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna jump into it, try a couple of things, play it by ear, and just mess around with it and figure it out as I go. What I do know I want to do is I want to focus on a lot of listening and just learn some useful phrases, such as, these sentence connectors, just these things so just useful vocabulary. I don't need to learn names of colors or of animals right now. That's just not useful for me at this stage. So I'm just gonna focus on learning useful language for those interactions that I'm gonna be having with people. So yeah, I don't have much of a plan. I know a couple of things that I've checked out, but beyond that, I don't really know. I'm just gonna do it. Some people will say like, well, I would love to learn this in this language, but it's just not a good time right now. I just don't have time. And to be honest with you, you'll never have the perfect timing to learn it. It's not a perfect timing for me either. I was really focused on Finnish and Cantonese, and I don't want to let those go. I want to really take those languages to a high level. But I'm gonna pause it a little bit. I'll do a little bit just to maintain it during this time, but beyond that, I'm gonna be focusing on Spanish. So if you want to learn a language, just jump in, just do it, just get started with it, and you'll figure it out as you go. So it's not like I have a lot of time to devote to this. It's not like I have 8 hours a day to devote to only learning Spanish. I have a lot of work to do right now, but I know I can probably get in an hour or 2 Anything beyond that's just gonna be a bonus, but I'm gonna just try and make the most out of the time, and we'll just see how far I can get. And I am gonna be showing you guys where my level is at, hopefully during different stages of this journey, and we're just gonna have to see. This is definitely me getting out of my comfort zone for sure. So I'm a little bit like, a little bit nervous about it, to be honest, but I'm also really excited because I haven't started learning a new language for a long time now. So this is definitely going to be a fun thing, because the beginning of learning a language is this really fun phase. You know, you're just discovering this new language and everything is new, and you know one word, and then 2 words, you just expanded your vocabulary by 50%. So you see a lot of gains during that time, even though it's like this completely new language and it's hard to wrap your head around it. So I think this is going to be a super fun journey, especially for those of you who are wanting to start to learn a language, but maybe you don't know how to do it, or if you've just started it and just need like some guidance. I'm going to use my own journey as just an example that hopefully will inspire you guys and get you some ideas for you to get started and going with your language learning. That's really my aim for doing this. That's really my heart behind it. And then just that I just want to be able to speak to people in their local language. That's just so exciting and fun, and it's just people are always so honored when you're able to speak their language a little bit. So wish me luck, you guys, and I'm gonna get started with my Spanish learning right now. See you guys.